Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are looking at the Bitcoin price today. More action, more volatility, and we're broke out of the descending triangle. Let's switch to the regular, not a log scale, just so we see the extent of this run up and really fully appreciate what happened after spending months in this $10,000 area. With some dips below. Obviously, there was a corona dip, but after spending in this modest range, which is obviously like crazy volatility for all the other asset classes, we went up exponentially really to this level of $42,000, and from this $42,000 area we are coming down currently at 30K, approximately 27% down, and we wicked down at 31.74% below $29,000, below the 30 perceived support of $30,000 area. And we have been anticipating this for quite some time. If you watch my channel, I have been talking about how we need a healthy correction, we need a healthy pullback, and we did not have anything around this area of the breakout to the new all-times high. Like right around here, we had a couple of small pullbacks, but nothing. They're barely visible on this chart. We're gonna jump into the daily and take a look at what's happening here. As you can see, as we discussed in the previous video, this was a descending triangle, which I drew for you here from this level down. And I mentioned that $34,000 area is something that I'll be watching, because if we break down, and especially if we close below $34,000, then we will anticipate a further drop to in the order of this base of this triangle here, which is exactly what it is. I'll remeasure it for you, put it up a little bit higher, which would drop us down to a $27,000 area, hypothetically. So we're sitting here at 31% pullback, currently at about 27. There's a bit of a relief going on, which is great. I'm happy for you. But it's probably not the end yet. It just we might have a scenario like this. Just move this out of the way. We might have a scenario like this. We pick it up, down, and we bounce, but never break the 34K, and we stay below $34,000. That is pretty catastrophic, and we'll probably look at another leg down. Or another scenario is we have a temporary relief and we just keep going down for some time like that into this zone. And you might ask me, why is this zone in yellow rather than green? Because don't you want to pick up some Bitcoin here? Absolutely do. It is about $24,000 area. Why this zone is because of this consolidation area here. It is around 24K. There's a lot of orders stacked around here. It is a possible area of support because there's not a lot going on here. There's just not a lot going on. We might fall, if we break the 27K, we might fall lower than that. Let's look at 27K. Percentage-wise, 35%. Very healthy correction and very normal correction for Bitcoin. If you're new to Bitcoin, then congratulations. This is the first capitulation, and it is pretty scary. And I hope you had your stop losses and you managing your money wisely. But structurally, there's not a lot going on here. There's no consolidation. There's nothing. If we drop 35%, we could also see some deeper pullback, especially considering this giant run-up with almost no corrections. This one was a very quick one, actually. If we were to take it from the very, very top to the very bottom, it is about 20%. Yeah, it's 20%. It was too short time-wise and too small percentage-wise to call it a real shakeout or a correction. Now this is the real shakeout, this is the real correction. I'll remove the arrows here. And with that said, considering this giant run up, we could fall onto this area, which would put us at just a little bit over 40%. It is in yellow because if Bitcoin will not hold this area, then we're looking at the next and more realistic support area of $20,000, which is the previous all-time high, which would put us at a pullback of about 50%. And 50% is very, very dangerous for Bitcoin, because if that happens, imagine what would happen to people who just stepped into Bitcoin, who bought Bitcoin here, 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 and of course at the top, the favorite spot to buy Bitcoin for any newcomers and people who have, even people who have been in the space for a long time. This is not unusual to jump in, because listen, if you read Twitter, then you know, of course I'm being sarcastic here, but you know, you've seen that 300k Bitcoin and a $1 million Bitcoin by the end of 2021 was in the forecast. Then you're like, you know, $42,000 is cheap, but does it still look cheap for you now? I doubt that Bitcoin still looks cheap for you. Now you know if you bought it to 42k, you are probably not comfortable. So back to the topic, if we were to fall down to $20,000 area, which is 50%, this would spell trouble for Bitcoin, and it could be the end of this mini bull run. Not the full bull run, of course, but mini bull run of this year. And we could be consolidating and having some volatility here for a while, just like we did in 2019. Let's go back to 2019. In 2019, we had a bear market, and then suddenly Bitcoin started moving up, and everybody was screaming, "Hey, the bear market is over. We live in a new era. Bitcoin will never go down again. Let's buy to $14,000." And then, oops, something happened. You know, many people bought here as well, and many people sold here. So smart money versus dumb money, and then they started doing this. Still okay, right? We started doing this. Oh, we're fine. Nothing happened. But not very convincing to me. Kind of like a descending triangle, really, again. And then we started doing this. We started breaking down the descending triangle. And that's what concerns me the most. When we started breaking down this triangle, we pulled this picture for many, many, many weeks and many days of 72% for a very, very long time. And if you were to exclude the Corona dump, you would still be looking at 52% over a very long period of time. And in order for you to recover from buying at this top, you would have to wait, and I'll tell you how long you would have to wait. You would have to wait 500 days approximately to recover your investment. Actually, a little bit lower than that probably. Look, I'll drop it. Sure, 400. Just about 480 days to recover your investment if you bought here. So that's the worst case scenario for Bitcoin, as I can foresee as of today. This is not a financial advice, but just trying to make a sense of what may happen. We need to consider all the probabilities before making some financial decisions. And we can take a look at this one more time. Let's switch to the 4-hour chart. See where we're slowing down. We have some wicks here. It's perfect. We have not reached our target of $27,000, the technical target of this descending triangle. And let's just switch this back to this area right here. So remember this. Remember this support zone of $24,000. Remember the $20,000. And remember the percentage retracement of 40 and 50%. Smash the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you next video.